From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Happy Friday afternoon to you. Know those winds still howling out there this morning through the morning hours, and we're still going to be looking at those breezy, borderline windy conditions here, at least for today, for the rest of today, and possibly even into your Saturday as well. But we should start to see those winds on the downward trend by tomorrow. Now, we're also going to be introducing the potential for some frost and some at least close to freezing temperatures for the valley, maybe for the first time this season. So we may need to start thinking about winterizing our homes a little bit more, and especially protecting some of those outdoor pipes. But there you can see the next chance for rain near the end of next week. But now I'm beginning to see a lot of uncertainty in the long-range forecast, which we'll get into that here in just a bit as well. Here's some of the peak gusts we've seen over the last 24 hours. As you can see, the north and west side of the valley here has seen some of the strongest winds of those areas shaded in red. We also have some of those stronger winds that we did see in the foothills east of the mountains. So still some gusty winds out there, even overnight where we saw some of those winds. We take a look at the forecast winds, and there you can see as we go through noon today, of course, this is what we're seeing here. See those gusts still over 20, close to 30 miles per hour. Those are sustained winds that we're looking at, by the way. This does not include the gusts, so that's why we're not seeing those 30s, right? But we could certainly see that. But you see how they're not really dropping a whole lot as we go into this evening. So still some gusty winds out there at times through the rest of the afternoon and into the evening. But look at Saturday. You'll notice Saturday the winds aren't quite as strong. I still think it'll be a bit breezy, just not as bad as it has been today and of course yesterday as well. So we certainly have some weaker winds to look forward to. However, with these winds dying down and the colder air in place, this will allow our temperatures to drop. So for tonight, not necessarily concerned about frost or freezing temperatures in the valley because the winds will still be blowing enough to keep those temperatures from dropping. However, by Saturday night into Sunday morning, there's a potential for temperatures to drop to right around freezing, right? So 32 degrees, give or take here, as we go into Saturday night, early Sunday morning. This could mean the potential for some frost. So we definitely need to make sure we have everything prepared for those types of temperatures when you live in the valley here, because we typically don't see freezing temperatures very often. So we need to make sure we're prepared for that. So today might be a good day to think about, and maybe even Saturday, to start thinking about doing what you can to protect your home from those freezing temperatures. And I would say the first thing you'd want to do is to insulate those outdoor pipes. We don't want those to freeze and then burst. So think about the pipes. Think about those outdoor plants that you may have that could be impacted by those freezing temperatures. So make sure they're covered or bring them inside if you can. And of course, we can't forget about your pets, that is, and your loved ones. Make sure that they are able to stay warm during these cold overnight lows. So here's what we've got. Area of low pressure off to our east, that's moving on out of here. High pressure to our north and west, that's what's kind of giving us those gusty winds. But we're also seeing really fairly sunny skies here. So you can see that here for today, for the rest of the day today. We take you into your Saturday, looking like sunny skies pretty much across the board. And that'll be the case for Sunday as well. And then this is where things get a little bit more interesting with the rain. This particular forecast model that we're looking at, you know, for the last few days, it's been indicating that sometime around Thursday, we'll start to see the rain. And it's showing that it kind of breaks apart. We don't see much even on Friday. And not this upcoming weekend, but a week from this weekend, it's showing dry conditions still. However, we look at the European forecast model, and it's got rain in here as early as Wednesday, and off and on chances for rain for next Thursday, into that next Friday, and into that next weekend as well. So we're seeing quite a clash in differences from dry to wet conditions, putting a lot of uncertainty in that long-range forecast. However, that all being said, I'm still holding that I think we could start to see that chance for showers as early as next Thursday. and then some off and on chances for showers through the weekend, kind of going more toward that European forecast model. We'll see what the GFS, the American forecast model, does here over the next few days. All right, let's kind of change gears here now, take you to the coast, where we do have a beach hazard statement for this evening through Saturday evening. Now, risk for sneaker waves. For those of you who live on the coast, you know what those are. For those of you who don't, maybe you're heading out to the coast this weekend, it just means this. And again, it's dangerous. You need to make sure that you keep your eye on the ocean at all times when we do have these beach hazard statements, because you can get a rush of water that comes up near the shore and it can sweep you away, and it can be very dangerous. So just be aware of that if you're heading out to the coast or on the coast this weekend. Here are the wave heights as we take you through the rest of the day today, and not to mention your Saturday. Those wave heights getting pretty high, even close to the shore, which is again why we do have that beach hazards statement. So here's what it looks like for today. Temperature is not getting very warm. You know, we've been looking at temperatures upper 60s, even some low 70s the last few days in the valley, but we're going to struggle to get into the 60-degree mark. I think many of us will. I think we could even see some low 60s, as you can see down towards Chico and Oroville. But it's just not going to be as warm as it has been. And look at these temperatures in the eastern mountains in Modoc County, mainly in the 40s. That's also the case for Siskiyou County. So it's just downright chilly during these daytime highs in the mountains. 54 for Weaverville, 58 for Hoopa, and upper 50s to around 60 along the coast. Okay, so your 7-day outlook is showing dry conditions at least through next Wednesday, and I have included the chance for showers. Now, I've got snow levels probably somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 feet, just depending on where you are. Now, of course, for the valley, breezy, borderline windy today. I've still got breezy in there for Saturday, but we're going to see the downward trend with those winds, so that's good. Look at those overnight lows. We're at about 32 degrees for Redding, probably mid-30s for Red Bluff and Chico, but you get the idea. We need to do whatever we can to protect that outside vegetation. Here's a look at your 7-day outlook for the coast, and also looking at dry conditions through Wednesday, also looking at that chance for showers for Thursday, and that may even go into the end of next week and into that next weekend.